Happy Friday to you.
Good morning, everybody.
So we're here right now just chatting about what the heck we're going to chat about today, and I have absolutely no idea. I mean, yesterday we went to Suka and saw the prices. I mean, the prices last time we were there had already gone up. They've gone up everywhere. But we do notice that some things are just, it's crazy how much prices have gone up everywhere. I mean, even at Costco.
You know what? Gas. When we filled
Thanks,
up,
Biden. We appreciate
when we
this.
filled up our gas, our propane tank for the house, it's gone up quite a bit.
And Biden lovers are like, it has nothing to do with him. Sorry, guys, it does.
All right, you don't even have to. Why do you have to bring politics into everything?
Honey, our prices have gone up. Gas is up huge. So yeah, it's a very strange world we live in right now. And Arizona, if you're not paying attention, yesterday they just showed a crap ton of voter fraud, and it's going on everywhere. So let's hope that this world gets sorted out right away.
Good morning, Jeff.
Morning, Jeff.
Morning, Julie.
Hello, hello. So what can we tell these fine folks, honey? We talked about escrow a little bit yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
The banks here suck right now. The notaries suck right now. Everybody sucks. And they're all using COVID as the excuse, but they're
John's
dragging...
a little grumpy this morning, apparently.
Honey, normally 1 out of 10...
Things are frustrating because everything is so much, it's so much more expensive. And we're comparatively speaking, because I know up north it's still way more expensive.
Yeah.
But prices are going up on everything. Things are moving very slowly because...
That's kind of my concern here in Mexico. Like I said, 9 out of 10 closings, typically, no problem. Now, 9 out of 10 closings have problems. And even the ones
and that's
without
across the board.
closing,
Like, it's not just us. It's everybody that we talk to are having issues.
It is very strange how the world has very quickly gone stupid. Stupid.
In general terms.
No, it's just everybody is now, well, not everybody. I got to watch this.
Yes,
because,
exactly.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, there are some people that still make sense, but there are a lot of people that are just dumb. I mean, now
Good morning, Leslie. Good morning, Jim. Good morning, Jolene.
There are people in the world that will not go with friends that don't have the vaccine now. I have the vaccine. Everybody needs the vaccine. Oh my God, that's just dumb. So yeah, this is the beauty of Mexico. You can go to the beach. You can enjoy the sun, except not today. For whatever reason, it's very cloudy right now.
Good morning, Monica. It is very cloudy and overcast. I'm guessing it's probably going to rain today.
Yeah, Jolene, the whole mid-May thing, that part, when you have new construction, typically after it's delivered, you have a closing very soon. But sometimes we've seen it take up to a year and a bit after the fact when it's pre-construction. So the most important thing for you is you need a Mexican will, because you have no trust to protect your ownership. So you do need a Mexican will. If you don't have one, my God, get one fast.
Or close fast.
And your agent should help you with that.
Do you have room for a couple Canadians in the early part of September? We will be homeless soon. Abso-freaking-lutely we do. Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, we've got an extra bedroom. The window is very high in that room.
It doesn't have a ton of airflow, but it does have air conditioning and a couple fans and a bathroom. COVID is a great excuse for everything, unfortunately. Absolutely. That's from Art.
Absolutely.
And Debbie, good morning. How are you?
Yeah.
So I was just going to say something now, too, and I forget what it was.
You were going to say how much you loved me.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
We actually have the opportunity to meet the owner of the new soon-to-be, I don't think they're open yet, but the new Weber store. We have been asked to meet with him, so we're excited about that.
Yeah. So Jim says, totally agree, John. The world is going crazy. I feel so bad for my younger children. Mm-hmm. How will they ever afford a home of their own?
Yeah.
It's in Mexico, you can still get a house very inexpensively. But you're right. I mean, for the average individual, it is kind of crazy. Even in our neighborhood, you can get a house for under $50,000. Now, they're small houses, very small. 2-bedroom, 1 bath, but we're probably 12 blocks or whatever from the highway.
It's about a 20-minute walk to the beach, which isn't
bad.
bad.
You should meet Weberman. Yes. Good morning. I'm here from Edmonton. It's my birthday tomorrow.
Happy birthday tomorrow.
Kira. So yeah, it is. It's a very strange time, and I really do feel for folks with younger children. Now, typically, because even when my kids were growing up, people are like, "Oh, those children, those children." I mean, we raised our kids to be leaders, to be warriors, because that's what this world needs now. It doesn't need. I'm afraid of gluten, people. I'm a soy boy. Don't need that. I don't know. I'm confused. I'm a boy or a girl.
Debbie just said that she's ready to come home. She's going to be home in a week. And she also said, if you ever need a place for clients to stay, her place is always available. That is a super awesome, sweet offer. Thank you.
It is, very much so.
So Jeff and Claude, no, I'm just kidding. You can stay with us.
It says homelessness is rampant in Washington, Oregon, California, and many other places. Places ruled by D's, actually, if you talk about this. Happy birthday, Kira from Edmonton. There you go. And I mean, obviously, the D's aren't it, but obviously the D's create whatever you incent.
Morning, Judy.
Whatever you incentivize, good or bad, you get more of. So it doesn't matter if it's good or it's bad. As soon as there is a way to make money at it, you're going to get more of it. Which is why back in the early 70s when, oh my gosh, who was the economist? Milton Friedman. Milton Friedman was saying because of social services, that type of thing, at the time in Pennsylvania, there was only 12% of the black population was on welfare. And they said, but the fact that you've incentivized this now, it's only going to go up. And they said, no, we don't think so. Sorry.
Look where we all are at now.
Sorry, guys.
My mom said the whole aim of the World Economic Forum is that nobody will own anything.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We've heard that and seen that. And it sucks. And you look at how software as a service now, these monthly fees to pay for software, it's everywhere.
A little
now.
while ago, you loved that. Because then we get updates automatically.
I'm talking about just in general. Even the fact Uber now, people are like, we just don't need to own a car. So yeah, it's a very strange world we live in. But the car was actually the number one way of freedom. It was your number one way to express your freedom. I have a vehicle. I can go anywhere I choose. Now they've made gas so expensive, nobody chooses to go anywhere. So good morning, Mother. Happy day. Good morning to you. Is it still beautiful in Canada right now? Notwithstanding your government, but the weather. Is the weather fine in Canada? Here, it's always nice. It is. Even when it rains, it's always warm. So yeah, and upstairs where we have the breezes, it's just spectacular. And now that we have air conditioning,
I know, we're not going outside very much, which is kind of bad. So Jim says, I agree with Mom. The banks and then government will own most housing. The future is not bright. Yeah. This is so sad, you guys. What a horrible world that we are leaving to our kids and our grandkids. That just breaks my heart.
Yeah. So good morning, Jeff.
So thankful that my kid with kids lives here. Because it's still a little freer. Yeah. Although restaurants are closing at 10, but whatever.
Yep. So Leslie says, very smoky here, but hot. My house is a furnace. Jeff says, it's smoky in St. Albert. And my mother says, we'll be sunny and 29 in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Lots of forest fires in BC and Saskatchewan. Was watching a video a couple days ago about Alberta's rat-free status and how that all started. It's very intriguing. That it is still relatively rat-free, but there are teams, or have been teams, don't know if this has changed at all, that would go out and they would kill rats. So they had the Rocky Mountains, which blocked them from British Columbia, and it was only pretty much in southern Alberta on the Saskatchewan side where they really had to worry about this. So tell me, is Alberta still rat-free? I mean, you've got them in the government now, but yeah, it is... generally speaking, a rat-free province. Now, the country is full of rats in government and elsewhere. They work very hard to keep us rat-free. Excellent. I'm glad to hear that, especially for you guys. That is a good thing.
Yeah.
because rats in the farming
Art
industry.
is saying that there are still rat patrol teams, and they are mostly rat free.
Do you know how incredible that is to have this place in the world that really is rat free?
Because rats are freaking nasty.
They are, and they're disgusting. And
we get them here.
Well, we've got different types too. We've got the little guys and the big guys.
We have little rats that look like big mice, and then we have big rats that look like big rats, and they're icky. They're just icky. Nope, lots of rats, like you said, starting with the government.
Yeah.
That is with every country's government. You're right, Jeff.
Very true.
Both Jeffs.
Both Jeffs.
Both Jeffs.
But yeah, Alberta.
Gross, yeah.
Alberta, though, the part that bugs me about Alberta is Alberta started off on this fantastic grand trajectory. And now it's just like everywhere else.
Art is wondering if they're worse than cockroaches. I think so, because cockroaches are easier to kill. They are fast, but you can kill them with a shoe. Rat, I've never killed one with a shoe.
You can try and kill a rat with a shoe.
No thanks. I killed a cockroach last night.
What?
By Bailey's Food, yeah.
Outside, wow. Yeah, that's the rotten part here is that, I think I've told you guys, before we moved to Mexico, we'd never seen a cockroach. I don't even know if I saw a rat before moving to Mexico.
I know. Oh, yeah. When we were in...
Rupert.
Well, also New Orleans, remember? We were... Because the garbage...
Oh, maybe.
Now, if we could get gopher free, mouse free, and magpie free.
Magpies,
spoken like a true farmer.
Yeah, magpies are very smart. I don't know if they're smart as crows, but they're very smart.
The funny thing about cockroaches and rats is that they live in the same places. Cockroaches and rats both like sewers, dark, moist places.
Yeah. And here it doesn't
Roaches are famous in Texas.
It doesn't get cold
How
here.
famous
the water.
exactly are roaches in Texas, Jolene?
Now, right now, our water, it comes from the city. It goes into a cistern in the ground. It's only 1 cubic meter, 1,000 liters, maybe 1,200 liters in that area. But the water that's coming out of the cold is actually quite warm right now because it isn't like Edmonton where it's underground considerably. The water and just gets so cold. Here, it's fine.
Art says, I did not know there were cockroaches in Alberta until I started my new business. Well, what's your new business, Art?
I'm pretty sure he does pest reduction stuff.
Pest control. Not in your bedroom. Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Not that it would totally freak me out. I just think that they're gross.
Yeah.
They are nasty critters.
Well, mice are bad too. When we had the chickens and the ducks, we went away. Oh my gosh. So the night before we went away, was it the cruise?
Yeah, it is pest control.
Was it the cruise? I don't remember where we went.
No, we were in Canada. We went to go visit my parents.
So the night before we left, I found a rat's nest out by the chicken coop and I disturbed it. Well, they went in our house.
Biggest mistake. He should have just left them until we got back. Or killed them, but he didn't.
Well, there's no killing them. You don't know that you have a rat problem until you disturb them and then they're there. So they went in the house, and we had a young guy who was looking after the house and another person, and they could not kill the rats. Well, the second I got into the house, I could smell them.
We knew exactly where they were.
I knew exactly where they were, and that was that. I mean, very quickly, I got rid of them all. And it was bothersome just because I could not do anything about it.
I think that's the only time we've had them in our house,
absolutely.
Though.
It was.
Otherwise, they're just outside. We've had mice in our house a couple or more than a couple times. We had one in our little bodega here.
I was away one time. Where was I? Oh, probably Sault Ste. Marie when Latte ate the rats in the house. Remember, I was somewhere else, and you had brought the dogs in to catch mice.
Oh, to catch mice, not rats, mice.
Mice.
Yeah.
And
Big difference.
And the dog threw up all the mice that it ate.
Well, because they found a nest. So I think that was when we were living by Playa del Beso.
Oh, yeah, it was.
But
I was in the Sioux then.
Yeah.
We were very quickly then moving here after that. It had to be.
Yeah, because that's why I was finding them, because I was in the process of moving things around and...
Yeah, there's something about mice that just... Just feels bad.
Well, all rodents, all bugs. When you have, like right now, we've got a whole bunch of black ants.
Ants are everywhere.
And they are, I mean, partly why they're here is they're attracted to the mash outside because, and when John makes it, obviously stuff spills and you can't really see it on that floor out there because it is
But Christie,
rough.
the ants are everywhere. It's not just because of that.
No, but they're worse right now. I've got big sparkles. I think that's from my nails.
Nice. So yeah, unfortunately, the ants are a pain, and Christie's out there with powder, spraying powder everywhere, and I'm like, honey, it's poison. You can't do that.
Yeah, it's temporary because I'll spray it out and get it, but I just want to get them killed. There was millions. I couldn't figure out where all these ants were coming and going, so I moved that pot that has the tree, the trunk that goes out and the plants are hanging on it.
Oh yeah.
A million. I'm sure there was a million ants.
A million.
A million.
Wow. How much does a million ants weigh?
A million.
A million
Ants.
How much would a million ants weigh? Would it be? It's got to be more than a pound.
And then last night we had the bigger ants in our house, which I don't see those very often. So I don't know where their nest is, but there was obviously one close. And they're nasty too, because they do bite.
When we first moved to Mexico, the very first couple we met,
those suckers.
Two ladies, and we went to their house, and in their kitchen were ants on the counter. And I was saying something about that because back then I used to believe that I was kind of fussy about bugs in the kitchen. And she says, we live in the jungle. The ants were here before us. The ants will be here after us. They're fine. And that really was like this switch.
But those are those little teeny tiny micro ants.
I got you. But still, that changed my attitude about all the bugs and stuff. Because I remember one day Zach and I were eating cereal and we looked in our cereal.
Gross. Okay, that's just gross.
And there were ants in our cereal. And Zach and I just looked at each other and kind of went, eh. But you say that's gross, but then we had at Famar across the street, they used to have this, what's that soup with the corn in it?
Pozole.
Pozole. It was a shrimp pozole. Oh my God, it was so good. This is now 12, 15 years ago. And we go there to have dinner, and there was ants in there. And Christy looks at it and says, I'm just not going to even pay attention to this because I'm enjoying this so much.
So Art just sent me something called domyown.com, and it's pest control. And so he says outside of Canada, of course, because he's in Canada, he'll help you.
Yep, he will. So yeah, if you have ants or mice or any kind of problems or a politician that won't leave your house, please call Art and he will get rid of them. Or a husband.
Come on down.
You're going to need a freezer for that, though.
I have one.
Damn it!
Actually, I really want you to turn that into a ice machine.
We bought a Samsung refrigerator there, and I got it because it had the inverter. And Samsung is a good name. I mean, generally, it's a good name. So we bought the Samsung refrigerator. We've had nothing but problems with the ice machine, which if you go on YouTube and Google, talks about it all the time.
Yeah.
It is a known problem. And so don't ever buy a Samsung refrigerator with the ice machine, ever.
I disagree with that.
Well, now they're probably fixing them, but you can't reward them for their utter incompetence on creating a machine that ices up in the ice machine.
Oh, the government in Canada does not allow you to do your own pest control.
What?
Wow.
Mind you, when you look at what happened when we lived by the hotel, how the hotels would just pour bug killer
Poison
down the drains.
Yeah.
I can kind of see that. Yeah. So that's too bad. They have a soap in Mexico that people use to clean their floors that has a bug killer in it.
Yeah, and we are obviously out, so I want to stop at Sam's.
The problem with that, though, is you walk around in bare feet. You have no idea what it's doing to your liver, to your kidneys.
I'm okay with that.
It's a bug killer.
I'm okay with that.
All right. So Leslie says, nope, never a Samsung fridge again. Same problem here. No ice. Lots of ice in the fridge, though. That's the problem. How ironic that in an ice machine, you can't get ice, but there's a lot of ice in it.
But ours doesn't have a lot.
It's got chunks of ice in the wrong spots.
Well, yeah, but just in the ice maker.
That's what we're talking about.
I don't know. I don't know if that's what she's talking about. You don't know. Her fridge might freeze up. Who knows? Ours used to. Not this one. This is a really good fridge. Really good fridge, except for the ice maker. And if we use it regularly, it doesn't have the chance to freeze up. We have not been because I have my little...
So you're the one who broke our fridge.
Nope.
Christie just admitted she broke our fridge.
It's not broken.
We used to have a refrigerator that used to ice up on the inside of the refrigerator, but behind the plastic, so you didn't know, and then it would stop working.
All along the back wall of the fridge, huge chunks. See, ours doesn't do that. Ours works exactly the right way, except the freezer, the ice maker itself freezes up a little once in a while.
So we have a 3 or a 4 year warranty on the refrigerator, and I keep asking Christy, have you called the guy yet to bring it in?
Yeah, but he asks me at like 9 o'clock at night when he's getting ice ready to go to bed, and then that's what he thinks about
it. You can just send an email to Shirley so she can take care of it.
So can you actually?
Have you done it yet?
No.
Oh my God.
Have you?
No.
Okay.
I tell people to do this stuff.
Yeah, Shirley, not me. I am not your frickin' secretary. What's the matter with you? I tell people to do this stuff.
It's true. I do.
Holy crap.
Well, I don't stand in line anymore either because I get angry so easily now.
Oh.
She wrecked my ice machine.
I'm going to hit you with my computer.
It's a very heavy computer, too.
I know. Actually, I'll just use this. It won't break, and it is heavy.
Leslie's like, oh. Is this why you guys watch to see the day when she finally kills me? That will be
on live Facebook.
That'll be the last episode ever. But at the same time, you'll have joined it.
She broke the camera, too. What are you talking about? I broke the camera, Jim. What camera?
You broke it.
What camera?
I'm not even going to tell you. If you don't know.
Don't make shit up, Jim.
What camera? Help me out here. Ouch, you hit me. That really hurt. So yeah, that's what's going on here. Bugs and cockroaches.
It's going to be epic. They're going to stay watching for sure now. Tell your friends. If I get 1 million views.
She'll kill me. For you. Yeah.
You're making my eyes water.
That bug,
out of joy.
That bug that I posted yesterday was from Suka. And they said they have lots of different
It wasn't
bugs
from
there.
Suka. It was just at Suka. But this young waiter, I'm like, is it, like, he didn't speak any English. And he's like, is it poisonous? He's like, no. He puts his hand out and it's crawling all up his hand. I'm like, what are you doing?
He didn't know if it bit or anything.
No.
He still did that. Like, it had ginormous antennas.
It was actually a really funky looking bug.
It was very pretty.
And it flew. It did have wings, so it did fly.
We have these
alitas.
Iridescent bright green beetles
like
here.
scarab. They're scarab beetles.
And they're gold or
Greenish.
green. They're green gold. I mean, they're just gorgeous. Absolutely stunning beetles. We have Goliath beetles here, and they're just like huge.
My kids.
That was hilarious.
We weren't here very long, maybe a year. Actually, it would have been at least a year because we were in that other house.
Yeah. And
my kids saw this
moving thing,
a black, dark brown creature, like fairly big. They were sure it was a hamster. No thought that it could be a rat, a mouse, whatever. They thought it was a hamster.
So they ripped all the garbage
So
out.
they went through all these garbage bags and found this huge Goliath beetle.
Goliath beetles are so ginormous.
Mm-hmm.
They're huge.
We're like, it could have been anything. What are you doing?
Kids are crazy, man.
Oh my gosh. Well, they had no idea. Living in Alberta, we don't have all that stuff. I don't think we ever had mice in Alberta at our house.
For probably 4 or 5 months, we lived in a little town called Las Juntas. It was our dark time in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
It was on this little dusty road town. So we're in this town. When the kids have a rabbit called Bala, I believe.
Do Goliath beetles eat rats? They're almost big enough. They probably could. I don't think they're poisonous.
We had this backyard that was sealed off, and there was a little hole where the rain would sometimes get out. And the rabbit was in this yard. So one day I decide to go in the backyard and step in there. I don't remember what. And everywhere I went was rabbit holes. The rabbit had dug
Been burrowing.
an entire network in that entire yard, and the grass was just being held up by air and maybe little tiny walls. Every step I took, I would fall through the
break
ground.
into the grass.
Yeah, so just never let your kids do that. Allison says, we get spruce Sawyer here. A little freaky looking, but harmless and pretty cool. Goliath beetles have a giant mandible, and I think that they could hurt you because you could take a stick and it will you can pick them up with a stick. So it's not fun because I think if they were to bite you, there are ants here that will bite you. We've got also fire ants, and fire ants, they sting. Christie's been stung a few times.
They do bite, they say, the spruce Sawyers. Hey, that looked a lot of what we had.
Yeah, and it looks glowy. Do they glow?
But ours had more color.
Yeah.
But it was very similar.
Actually, it looks very similar to that, just colorful.
You want to see something freaky that we have here?
What?
Google a whip scorpion spider.
Yeah, those are crazy, guys. They look terrifying.
Or don't, depending. But
they're not. They eat scorpions.
They're super freaky. Super freaky.
But if you see one, no, you've got a food source for them. And they eat scorpions.
Because if you see them, then you know you have scorpions.
Yeah, it is. It's Allison, it's incredibly similar. I'm sure they're related. Mm-hmm. Like they might be second cousins on the father side. Who knows? What are you doing, honey?
Nothing, honey.
All right. Well, we should let you go.
And Kathy Carruthers says, good morning from Van Isle. Good morning, sunshine. How's your trip going?
She's in Vancouver.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing.
Familia in Vancouver. Ooh. CJ lives out there.
Nice. Well, hello to CJ.
And you're with your dad right now, I think I saw this morning.
Very cool.
I'm a stalker. I don't comment very often, but I read what
you know what I was thinking in our business, because I'm always trying to figure out like what is Christie's what can she do after hours? Because she's great with clients, but why don't you do her Facebook stuff right now?
That's Jeff's job. Jeff, get busy.
No, but you're always on there. I mean, I constantly, anytime I go on, I'm not on Facebook at all much anymore. But when I flip through, it always shows me Christie's comments. I'm like, what the hell is she? She on all the time? She must be.
No, but when I'm on, I do a bunch of things. I comment on people's posts, and
So who thinks
that's
Christie
what we're supposed to do?
Should be out there promoting
going great.
us.
CJ lives in Kelowna.
Kelowna is beautiful.
On my way, Jeff said.
Yeah, good for you. So, Jeff, when is the house actually sold? When are you homeless? All right, I believe we are done for today, darling.
You just asked someone a question, and now you're going to say bye?
But he's going to be able to tell me right away, and I will see. I don't know what to say, guys. She's crazy.
Yep, it is 10:30. It is time to go.
So we have a 12 o'clock and a 2:30 today.
Yeah, and then we're going to meet Mr. Weber.
Mr. Weber to you.
It's not really what his name is.
September 8th. Awesome. Oh. Fantastic. All right, guys.
Perfecto.
Have a fantastic weekend. We'll probably tune in maybe to this afternoon or tomorrow. But you're going to have to tune in and see if we're here or not. All right, guys.
Bye, guys.